Good evening, YouTube. This is another episode of Play the Hits, and tonight we've got the exciting, air quotes, conclusion to our StarTropics 2 run-through. This will be the end of the series tonight. How are we doing tonight, Chris?
I'm just glad to be back on Sea Island, Nick.
Yeah, I bet you are. On a completely unrelated note, I'm going to pour myself a drink here. You know, that's one of the things I've noticed about our episodes, is the gain is up just high enough on my microphone to catch every time I pour a drink, and same with yours.
Yeah, that's just awesome.
Yeah, when we were going through the haunted house where Zoda Y was, that's all I heard every 5 minutes was someone was pouring another drink.
Right? Though I gotta say, over the next few nights, I am going to be sadly bereft of any form of alcohol, simply because Sarah helped me identify like the vocal snags that I was having, and it turns out I have very minor, just nodules, like just constantly abusing my voice, and the alcohol doesn't give it sufficient healing. So it's honey and lemon tea for me for the next few nights.
Your vocal what's?
Nodules on my vocal
Okay,
cords.
I thought you were
In other
talking about
words-
like vocal tics. I was about ready to say, no, you were just drunk on the last stream. That's what that was.
That was just some good scotch, yeah. No, but I've noticed my voice will like snag or catch, and it's not painful, but I'm like aware of it.
I gotcha.
And so, yeah, basically just minor vocal nodules. I just have to work on projecting more evenly and just not abusing my voice.
Yeah, and the next time you're sloshed, you'll make more sense.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, because I've never gotten drunk. Look at me being judgmental. So, are you ready for the big surprise here in the village that Zoda Z has in store?
Let me see that pig butt.
Remember that pig?
Oh, God. Well, that pig repopulated, didn't he?
I honestly thought he'd just kill everyone, maybe flay them alive like you did back in
Wait a minute.
Renaissance Italy. He just turned them all into
gonna-
pigs.
That's what I was thinking. Is this going to be one of those things where all the villagers got turned into pigs?
Oh, absolutely.
That's great. Dude, I gotta say, I'm noticing like a sharp difference just in the visual fidelity of this village since StarTropics 1. It's amazing how much of a difference 4 years will make in the life of a console.
And it's not like the hardware got any better.
No, they just knew how to use it better. I mean, it's very clearly the same location, but it just looks better.
Yeah, would you go so far as to say you think this might look like the most detailed location in the game? Or is it because we're just mentally comparing it to one?
I think it's probably that we're just comparing it to one, but I don't know. I mean, I noticed that in other locales too. I mean, the level of detail jumped way up over the first game.
Yeah, it certainly does kind of shine and show what they're able to do with that graphics card towards the end of the console.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost comparable in a way to maybe FF4 on the SNES, which makes sense because this game actually came out after it.
Yeah, I was going to say it does kind of look like it could be early
Yeah, it could be early
SNES era.
SNES. Yeah, I mean, definitely lacking in the color palette, but other than that, like detail-wise, they were spot on.
They made those sprites, darn it.
Yeah, well, and like even like the grass texture, I mean, that looks a heck of a lot better than just like blanket green with like some yellow spots in there.
Hey, all you need is one good tile and be able to copy
Yeah,
and
right.
paste a few thousand times.
Hey, that got the job done back in the day.
All right. Mike, welcome back to Coca-Cola. The strangest thing happened.
Who the hell are you?
I'm trying to do my best Toad voice, but God, it is not working tonight. I came back from fishing and found all the villagers and
Toad.
changed into wild boars. And if that
You
wasn't
just sound
weird
like
enough,
drunk Yoda.
yeah, I know, right? All right, we're done.
Drunken Yoda.
Let's retire that voice real quick. And if that wasn't weird enough, oh God.
Nick sheds a single tear and has a stiff drink. I really like that voice. Please help us, Mike.
Yes. All right. So, on to the final
Little
confrontation.
fire water.
You're gonna love this.
I bet I am. Oh, dude, so we jump like straight into it then,
We
don't
are
we?
That is exactly where we are.
Is there like even a dungeon preceding it, or is...
We are just gonna run the first chapter all over again from start to finish.
No joke.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Did you hear the music in the background?
I do.
Yep. It's a remix of the first dungeon.
That's awesome. Wow, same layout and everything. This is great.
Yeah, you can tell. I feel like maybe they kind of wrote the game from the end and then worked their way to the beginning.
It's like, guys, I don't think we've earned this yet.
Okay, well, we got the ending, so let's go ahead, sit down, introduce ourselves to the rest of the staff, and start on the beginning of the game.
Right. But dude, once again, like, it's amazing what a difference 4 years makes, because, like, the chipset on the NES, of course, didn't improve at all, but, like, this music just sounds more robust than the first game.
Well, if you ever need a good kind of signpost, compare Mario, the original Mario Brothers to Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, yeah.
I know I go on and on about that game, but...
Mario 3 is an excellent game. I wish I were better at it.
I honestly think it's a bit of a masterpiece. It just hit all the right notes.
Oh, for sure. Did you happen to catch that, like, introductory video that I posted to your wall the other day, that idea that I had for kind of a new spin on our series?
Which one?
Get Good.
Yeah, I'll believe that once you buy that copy of Dark Souls 2 we've been talking about.
That might be a good one for me to practice on. I was thinking about, like, Bloodborne. I used Mega Man X as a sample just because I love that game to death, but I've always struggled through it. You know, I never really got extremely good at it.
Am glad
like, I had to use, like, the Hadoken cheat to get through, like, most of the final stage.
You must be better at that game than I am, because I could never get the Hadouken to trigger consistently.
Oh, really? Well, see, that's one thing I am halfway decent at is Street Fighter. That's probably the...
I see.
Oh, wait, no. Street Fighter and Soul Calibur, the only two fighting games that I'm passable at. And so the Hadoken was just, like, second nature to me.
I actually did buy the Mega Man X collection over the weekend, and I played 1 and 2, and I kind of came to... okay. One of the things also I've noticed going back through our videos is... I tend to go down a rabbit's hole of conversation topics. So, yeah, kind of like a hardcore game. That would be fun. And again, I think Dark Souls 2 would be perfect for that, because it would also be co-op. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. So we could do, like, a Get Good together. That'd be fun. Of course, you're already good at it, though.
I was going to say, I'm fine. But the cool thing is the difficulty scales. So... it won't be like a walk in the park for me. It'll get progressively more difficult, but I'll be able to hold your hand through it.
Tight.
And it's not like you're bad at games in general, so, I mean, we'll be fine between the
Wait a minute, is that the skeleton of the snake you fought?
Yeah, do you remember when he died the first time, there's that skeleton?
Yeah.
Yep, so...
oh, that's hilarious.
Reanimated skeleton. A lot of detail went into this.
Right?
Someone really thought this through.
This is a damn impressive NES game.
Oh, whiff.
I mean, that water texture there really is better than a lot of ones that you saw on the SNES, at least in its early days.
All right, Zoda Z is beaten. Everybody go home, because we're out of dungeon.
We beat Zoday, now it's time for Zodaz.
Now the real fun begins.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, this is different.
Yep, so now we're into new territory. So basically, I'm about to embark on a boss gauntlet, and they're going to give me a chance here to pick up as many power-ups as I can.
A boss gauntlet?
Yes.
Now we're treading into Mega Man territory, aren't we?
So speaking of Mega Man, having had the chance to go back through that game and play through a couple of the games, I thought to myself, 1 has to be unequivocally my favorite. Now, is it just me, or did 1 feel, I don't know, kind of darker than all the rest? I feel like 1 was a bit darker and had kind of like a mature vibe to it.
I thought 3 was probably the darkest out of the SNES trilogy, but I don't know. It's been a while.
2 was a little, I don't know, kind of cartoony feeling, and I kind of remember 3 being similar. I don't know, 3 kind of like suffered from Donkey Kong Country 3 syndrome in my mind. Like, yeah, this is cool, but I've seen it before.
That's true, but I mean, as far as just the tone, for some reason I remember 3 being a little hello.
I mean, 1 you had Zero Die, you had Zero Dies, you had the reoccurring villain of Vire. I felt like there was kind of some...
Vile?
What did I just say?
Vire.
I'm getting him confused with the Red Demon thing from the Oracle Seasons game. I do this all the time. There was also some like kind of more unnerving soundtracks, like the build-up when you're climbing the stairwell to get to Sigma.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying like, oh, it's on par with Resident Evil 7, but I did feel like it kind of hit more of those nerves than any of the other games did.
Yeah, I can see that. Now that you mentioned, I'd have to give X3 playthrough for the first time
I'm
in about
actually
20 years. So
gonna do X1. I just finished X2 last night. I'm gonna skip 3 and go straight to 4, which was more of like a Saturday morning cartoon, and then go back to 3 because I can't take another SNES era Mega Man game.
dude, I love 4 so much, and it was great to replay it.
Yeah, I'm
And
actually.
like I said, in a strange way, like I did pop X1 back in after I beat X4, just to see like if my muscles weren't fooling me. Like, no, there's a substantial difference in the way those games control.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not surprising then that I retained a lot of muscle memory from 4, but still kind of suck at 1.
Yeah, well, 1 had that weird thing where you didn't get the glide boots until you went to Frost Penguin stage. By the time you hit 2, the glide boots were standard equipment, as it always should have been.
Yes, and you know what I actually kind of hate about X4, 5, and 6, I mean, I don't hate X4 by any stretch, but one thing I dislike about the armor upgrade that you get for X is those stupid boots that make you float in midair if you press X a second time. They should have had just a separate way to activate that, because what I end up trying to do is like speed dash my way through like I do for the rest of the game and all the way with 0, and what ends up happening is I will stop mid-air dash and just glide there for a second, which is really annoying.
This sounds vaguely familiar. I get the feeling I'm going to be very well acquainted with it once I fire that game up again.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt.
Oh, I will say the X challenge looks really cool.
Dude, I've been watching YouTube videos of it because I don't really care about spoilers. Do you, by any means, for that? It's not like it's a story or anything.
I'm
it's
trying
just
to
like
keep it more or less surprising, but yeah, if you've got some sort of nugget that's like, you'll never believe this, yeah, I'm willing to hear that.
No, it's literally like the final challenge that you unlock after you beat all the standard boss challenges in that.
Right, like the first chapter was like Ice Walrus and Phantom Penguin, Chill Penguin.
Yeah, Chill Penguin. Yeah, so I mean, if you want that challenge to be a surprise, I won't say any more, but it really is cool.
Yeah, and it looked like, I mean, you can tell it's running in a different engine, but I appreciate that they made that original content, so I have nothing bad to say about it.
Oh, yeah, and how, like, challenging it is, and how familiar it controls, too. That's very much appreciated. And I am glad that they went with the X4 controls for that.
Yeah, that's
the only thing is, though, you still have the damn glide boots. So when I try to zip dash all around, I still end up just gliding there in midair like a jackass for a little bit. Okay, fuck this floor.
Total side note, yeah, it moves faster.
It's Zode.
Oh, he's gonna do the creepy little skull smirks. Is it just me, or does the katana look like a banana?
Yeah, a little bit. Just like a banana with a hilt.
Like it's been peeled back a little bit.
Oh, yes, I can see that even, actually. That's hilarious. So is the katana like the ultimate weapon, or do you get something else for the final fight?
No, the katana is the strongest, but it's the slowest, and I don't want to pop a red potion just yet.
I gotcha.
Because he's taking me down to my level 2 Psy Shockwave.
Yeah. But yeah, when you get really into the challenge bosses in the X collection, you're in for a big surprise for the final fight.
Oh god. Oh, do not tell me it's 2 Sigmas.
I'm not going to say anything.
Huh. So, you'll have to tell me which 2 Sigmas they are. Like, okay, I can deal with Sigma from Mega Man X, because he goes down like a chump. I'm trying to think, which were the most difficult iterations of Sigma in that game? Well, really just 3, followed by 1.
Yeah, X4's was probably the most, like, intimidating Sigma, but once you got his pattern down, he was not too bad.
I remember no-hitting that with 0 once I figured out his pattern.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, he really telegraphs what he's going to do in that one. And, like, the first form is basically a joke because you can just keep setting him on fire.
Yeah, I remember
like
that
his little, like, Reaper form there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I remember in that battle, the second form I honestly found to be the hardest. Like, where he's, like, Battle Sigma and he's got his scythe out and everything.
Why would Sigma dress up like the Grim Reaper, out of curiosity? Like, why does a robot have... Why does an immortal robot have a concept of death? That's surprisingly mortal.
Nick, you're questioning game about magic fucking robots.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This guy again.
Oh, yeah, the little mine. Oh, dude, this guy can wreck your day, though, if you're not careful.
Yeah, yep. He can definitely set the tone for the final boss if he robs me of too many potions.
Yeah, health potions. Yeah.
But this time I can attack him from a distance, so...
That is nice. Oh, yeah, this is way better than it was.
Yeah, that being able to keep a healthy distance between us is very nice.
Hello. Except now he's, like, drop-kicking everything. Also, why is he wearing Mickey Mouse's overalls?
He's a miner. Come on.
And Mickey was... Wow, you, like, no-hitted that guy. And Mickey was a miner, or is that weird?
I seem to have some cognitive dissonance here. No, you're right. I completely missed that. He is wearing Mickey Mouse's trousers. Suspenders. Whatever. Alright, this is Zoda Y.
Sode!
Zode, Issei, and Kude. Remember Saddam Hussein and his sons before we killed them all?
Yeah.
Or gave tacit approval to the Iraqis to do it for us.
And then showed their mangled, bloody corpses on national television.
Whoops.
That was a fucked up... Well, I mean, by today it looks like, you know, fucking Daniel Tiger's neighborhood, but back then that was shocking.
Now we got ISIS who are like, who were drowning people in like fish tanks and everything else, but...
And you'd expect, like, fucking Trump to get on the air and, like, laugh at him.
Alright, I'm going to timestamp this stream real quick and see how long it was before we had to throw a Trump reference in there. Longer than last night, I know that.
They're dead now. What a bunch of losers. I prefer living terrorists. Those are the ones that win. Oh, shit.
Okay, this isn't going well.
Well, that was the great thing. They weren't even, like, actual terrorists. Their father was just a monster. Just felt the need to blow them to hell and send him a message.
Well, they weren't exactly good guys, I mean...
No, but I mean, they weren't like war criminal, death without a trial kind of guys either. I mean, at least we gave Saddam the courtesy of having to answer for all the shit that he did.
Well, we needed that because we thought we were going to keep this whole Iraqi country together at the time.
Yeah, and we all know how that turned out.
I think, what was it, like the guy who's prime minister now is like an Iranian loyalist or something?
I forget. I don't know what his story is.
Screwed up.
Okay, we're down to 5 health potions. 4 health potions.
We're going to be just fine. This guy's a pushover. Total pushover.
That's right. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, I remember we were singing...
the Flying Dodongo.
We were singing the Robin Hood song first time.
That's right. Oh, boy.
I have to say, I know I'm a narcissist, but trying
to be a little faster.
Completely objective here. I thought the last episode we did was like the most hilarious out of everything we'd done up to that point.
Nice.
I loved the that you stuck in the Disney song towards the very end.
Yeah.
There.
I couldn't not do that.
I've got a
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other had to say.
Every episode will be a different...
and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, golly. Never ever dreaming there was danger in the water. They were drinking it and guzzling it down. Never dreaming that a scheming sheriff and his posse was a-watching them and gathering around. Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest.
All right, ready for this?
And trying to get away. I'm ready.
All right, last fight.
Nothing but escaping, finally making it. Oodle-lolly, golly. Hey, holy shit.
It's got to end with these murder machines.
What are these? Just like little, like, cancer spiders? What the hell?
Whatever those things are, he keeps on giving birth to.
Oh.
One of them is a
these
slightly...
Like little face eaters, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah, little face crabs.
Does one of them actually take damage?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a slightly different tone, and my TV settings must be off, because I
can't really see it on mine either. Maybe the bottom right?
No, I think it's the one...
Does it give you any indication that you're damaging it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the one at the very bottom. Yeah, to your right. Yeah, southmost. Now he's right there in the middle. Yeah, that one.
Wow,
yeah.
Good eye.
He's trying to escape you.
I remember these things. See, the worst thing is that Mike has no, like, half-second, you know...
invincibility frame, yeah.
So he just keeps taking damage.
There he is at the top. Now he's in the middle.
Alright.
Now he's at the very top in the center. Now he's right above you. Now he's to the left of you. Yeah. You see him. Right there. Yep. Sweet.
I think that's probably the worst part. He gets stronger and slower.
I gotcha. Now it's Zodaz.
I think this is the extent of the fight.
Really? This is his final form? Oh!
Not quite.
He's got a few more tricks, huh?
Just a few. Oh.
I like how, like, his torso is all blacked out, as though to imply that he's totally naked underneath that cape.
Or maybe he is just a cape and a couple of gauntlets.
Maybe he's the flying cape.
Right?
He's the cape from Doctor Strange. You're just liberating its head from it. Without the helmet, he's actually quite benevolent.
I'm not seeing any online arguments to the counter, so I think this is canon now.
Yeah, head canon now.
Alright. Come on.
He's just mad because every Final Fantasy villain for like the first 5 games stole his look.
Right? Well, it's like the most generic evil villain look imaginable.
Right?
Okay, so I can definitely notice that my playstyle changes completely once I have the ultimate secondary weapon upgrade, because, like, you can see I'm just hovering around the corners of the room.
Yeah, right, you're just jumping. Jump and shoot, man. Dude, you wrecked his day. Alright, Zodaz, what do you got? Oh boy.
Sweet merciful God, what is that?
That's a Rapitar if I've ever seen one.
Oh.
Whoa!
I am not
Oh, there's the pig thing. I did not see that coming. This is hilarious. I mean, mortifying.
I feel like they needed a transformation spell, but they wanted to borrow something that was already in the game. Alright. Oh. Oh.
Knuckles joins the fight and he hits him with it and it turns him into a human. Oh my god, I'm hideous!
What would Knuckles look like human?
I'm sure there's fan art of it out there.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to purge that thought from my memory.
Yeah, it's probably mostly yaoi with tails.
Just a little bit of furry porn.
I mean, is it still furry if they draw them as humans?
I'm sure it's some sort of creepy subsect.
I was going to say, is that a road we want to go down? Holy shit, what's he doing?
I think we mentioned...
What is this?
He's just spinning around.
This?
He's just spinning around.
He's like gyrating. He's like going back and forth, like. Oh, you can't really see what I'm doing.
They're just rotating the sprites. That's all they're doing. Oh,
they didn't bother to give him a back though, so it's just him kind of like going back and forth. Oh yeah, you're gonna be fine. You still got 2 health potions.
There we go again.
Oh boy. So hey, have I told you, this is like a totally random thought I just had, but I was thinking about our conversation about these earphones and how they give me a little extra audio fidelity. Did I tell you where I got these and why you need to go there with me the next time you come to Bloomington?
Wasn't this like Tim's Audio Barn or something?
No, Fry's Electronics.
Fry's Electronics, not even close.
Yeah, which is not exactly, you know, like a unheard of store or anything. But I've never been in the one in Indianapolis, and it is glorious. I mean, we could easily spend a whole day there just browsing different computer peripherals, games, different hardware components, and then, you know, accessories.
Mm-hmm.
It's extreme, like, come with a bare minimum of like $100 that you just want to throw away, because it is impossible
Chris,
to leave there without buying
I'm already
something.
$400 into expenses for this whole endeavor. You promised me we'd monetize these videos. You said I'd make it back in a month tops.
I promised you the moon to come, Nick. And I
Chris,
lied.
I'm hemorrhaging money here. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it.
My electric bill has doubled. Knuckles is starting to hit me up for money. That is protection money, and you fucking know it, Nick.
Oh gosh, what's the exchange rate on knuckle bucks these days anyway?
There is no known currency of its equivalent in modern society. You gotta pay up.
Alright, well hey, wow, we have done it. You think
Thank
we'd get
you,
a
God.
different congratulations screen for like killing Zoda numerous times and saving the world,
But that's what happens when you try to impress God.
oh gosh, I forgot to ask Zoda to reverse the boar spell before he killed him.
Knuckles is still human. I'm waiting for the curse to be reversed here. Mikey, I feel wrong.
Knuckles,
Wait,
you...
how did they even get in trouble? Oh, right, they live on Sea Island, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they were the first to go during Zoda's great purge and hog roast.
Right. I'm thinking, thanks for saving us. Mike's like, yeah,
You know,
totally knew you needed saving.
you know how this went down, like, right? Like, these kids were out fishing, they came back to the village, everything's quiet, except for this lone fire in the middle of the village, and there's Zoda. He's got the village chief as a pig with an apple in his mouth, just turning him over as spit roast. Well, hi there, kids.
Can't wait to eat that chief.
It's been a while, kids. Glad to see you're here.
We're gonna go get in the cave now. Yeah, you're gonna go get in the cave now.
Don't yell for the village protectorate. I already ate them.
I'm not gonna kill you. You're just gonna help me lure Mike Jones out here. Like, I don't recall, like, him actually having a conversation where it became apparent that he needed to save them.
Micah mentioned it very briefly before the end of the last video.
Oh, okay. I was probably not sober enough to pick up on that.
You were pretty trashed. But,
Oh, that was nothing, man. That was a gentle buzz. That was...
always
was like,
delightful, though.
if I ever got trashed, this show would, we'd probably get banned from YouTube.
1, 2, and 3 copyright strikes in one evening. Interesting.
That is impressive.
Now I'm starting to wish I put backup copies of my episodes on the, on a flash drive.
That reminds me, that's one thing I should go to Fry's. I guess I don't really need to go to Fry's for that, but it's an excuse to go. I need an external hard drive.
Alright, so
Because
many
my
things,
SSD is filling up real fast.
so many things to tell me, yeah. But now we've got to make sure that the Coracolans are okay. Meet you at the Chief's hut. It's kind of empty these days.
Right? That was awesome.
I'm assuming these are the villagers that were already eaten by the kids.
Yeah, right. I was just gonna say we resorted to cannibalism after 24 hours. Knuckles climbs out of here with you. What the fuck? Why was the curse reversed for them? Mikey, Mikey, we got a predicament here.
Who's telling them that I went through time and space? Like, how does this little punk find this out?
Right? Maybe Mika came back first, or Micah has.
Oh, that would make sense. I mean, that or Knuckles is like charging people for updates on the story.
Yeah, right. If I'm gonna live as a human, I'm gonna make a decent living doing it.
So how long before Knuckles starts selling drugs and running guns?
He's already started.
Oh,
The
this
village.
is true.
This isn't a village anymore. This is a small militia. Knuckles is like one of those Congo warlords.
Oh, jeez.
You walk into the village chief hut, and there's Knuckles sitting on like a mountain of bananas. Hey, Mikey. That was surprisingly easy.
Wait a sec, hold on, I missed that. I'm gonna roast a pig for your victory. I hear you like rare roast. What a barbarian? Oh, I thought it was a joke about boars eating boars.
Oh, I gotcha. No, it's just Mikey likes his meat,
Red.
medium rare. Yeah.
I like the cow to moo. Hey there, how we doing,
This
pig?
poor pig. So wait, Zoda just changed this pig into a slightly different pig.
Slightly different animal. Yep.
What an asshole.
Boy, is he probably confused. Hey, can I go outside here? Huh, alright.
Like all the villagers like, no. The pig's like, oh, all right, I guess.
Why am I picturing, like, the Emperor's New Groove? I've been changing into a boar. Well, I was a pig, so it's not a big deal. Wait. That's a weird thing to say. Hey, Mike, you've done it. What a great boy.
I am a great boy, aren't I? Thank you, sir. I am a great boy.
Let me rub those shoulders for you.
Huh. Well, fine. Stay that way.
Yeah, amazing how many of these people are whining about their current condition. Just goes to show people will find an excuse to complain about anything. I wonder how the dolphins from the first game are doing.
They're just at the bottom of the sea, still dead. Zoda just got him.
Zoda had a list of people I helped in the first game, and he murdered them all before getting here.
Yeah, right. What you didn't see was like the part of the title where it actually is Zoda's Revenge.
Right. There just needs to be a spin-off game of Zoda's actual revenge.
Right. You play as Zoda just massacring all these innocent people from the first game.
She-Cola is in flames. You know,
yeah.
Burnt to the
Zoda
ground.
Took everything. How horrible.
The parrot's just strangled there.
Oh, God.
Worm choked to death by a handful of worms jammed down its mouth.
I'm not gonna teach you that, son. I'm gonna go with a hard pass on that one.
That and the lines on my resume are the only thing I'm walking away from at the end of this adventure. I'm keeping that for myself.
Right.
How much you want to bet he goes to work at a Steak and Shake after this? Is like a part-time closer.
Dude, I can move to this song.
You know what? Like,
this is really fucking catchy.
Mike's life after this is gonna be like at the end of Army of Darkness when Ash is working at Walmart, or I'm sorry, S-Mart.
Right.
And that's when I zap the
S-Mart,
Zodas.
I was promised all the island poon I could ever want.
They said they'd
Instead, here I am.
Rule them as their chief. But I decided to come back to, America because...
But Knuckles made sure that didn't happen. That's actually how Knuckles and Mike Jones part ways. After a bitter struggle for the spot of village chief, Mike Jones, he's exiled from Sea Island and returned back to his humdrum life while Knuckles rules the island.
I can just say now it's like a behind-the-scenes thing. Unfortunately, when Mike got back, it wasn't long before Knuckles challenged the power structure. The village quickly fractured along economic lines, with the working class supporting Mike and the higher-ups supporting Knuckles.
Right. Oh, hey, are we ever going to learn what these, Tetroid pieces actually do?
Nah, I think I'm just going to put them in the trash or something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that really didn't pay off for any part of the final battle, did it?
Yeah, I know, right? There was no, half defeat by Mike, and then the Tetrads come together and, turn him into Super Saiyan Blue, and then he defeats Zoda.
Yeah, seriously, is there something in the plot that explain why you've been collecting these?
Yeah, Micah told me to. She's like the de facto village leader now. Go figure.
All right.
It's okay. I assume she's like 400. She knows what she's doing.
I just don't see the connection between Tetris pieces and you killing Zoda.
Zoda wanted me to. Well, I'll tell you what. Give it 2 minutes and we'll see if it makes more sense.
No. Okay. Cool. No. There we go. just as I was running my mouth about it. Wait. I like her dialogue there. Let's put them together and see what happens. This is alien science, and you just want me to throw them together and see what happens.
Just give them to me, Morty. Just give them to me. We'll put them together.
We're just gonna throw science at the wall here and see what sticks.
The hero returns. Welcome back, Mike. You are a power player indeed.
Why, yes, I have lost 2 pounds since you last saw me. Thanks for noticing.
Stop flexing, sir.
Yeah, right. He's really working his chest right now.
Perhaps I can help you with those Tetrads. After all, Tetris is my middle name. Look at those eyebrows.
Oh yeah, he is not interested in the Tetrads right now.
You can't see it, but he is independently flexing his pecs.
And that hand, it's thrust firmly into your groin. He's just cupping Mike as he's saying all this.
This is the same face and handshake he uses when he meets someone at the cantina. When he's trying to pick up a date, I guess.
This is when Chris Hansen busts into the door. All right, that's enough. You stop right there. I'm Chris Hansen.
So you're no, sit right there. You're a Tetris master.
Why don't you sit down? Why don't you have a seat?
So
what were you gonna play with him? Tetris? What's Tetris? Explain Tetris to me.
You are Tetris Master 69, huh? Said you're
No, sir.
just looking for some fun and no commitment. Well, I have the transcript from your coconut phone conversation.
Please don't read that. Please, I'm sorry. I just want to talk to my lawyer.
This is cable TV, sir. We're obviously gonna do it.
Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are. I'm Chris Hansen, and you're on To Catch a Predator. I gathered that.
Who'd have ever thought that at some point in American television programming, we'd be using the possible guarantee of sleeping with a young 13-year-old girl for cable ratings? That we'd be
Right.
baiting old men into sexual
And
encounters
like
with young
incredibly
children.
sad ones. Not that I'm sympathizing with these perverts or anything, but like just when you look at them, they're never like. It's never like some, highfalutin billionaire, who's like, yeah, I can have sex with whoever I want. It's always like the saddest, loneliest looking dudes. Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, it's
Space Jesus.
it's an elf. It's an elf. I think it's Avalok. How we doing, Avalok?
Yeah, right. I see you've grown an orange goatee. Yeah, maybe shave.
He looks very confused.
It's like,
What's...
what? Who? Where? Where's my family? Oh God, what have you done with my family? Why do I have the sword from Dragon Quest on my shirt? What is happening?
It's not copyrighted. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's her dad. Who are you? I've never seen you before. Oh, it's okay. He's just experiencing a little amnesia. It'll all come back to him.
It's magical decompression. If The Witcher has told us anything, it's that the amnesia will wear off within 2 to 3 minutes and/or years.
Oh God.
I just realized I work with someone who looks exactly like Micah.
Huh.
Weird. I don't.
Ears and all, huh?
Well, I don't know. She's got long hair, so maybe. I've never really quite asked. That'd be kind of weird.
Just pull her hair back and just like, oh, I just want to see your ears. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, I'm just pouring myself another drink here. Anyways, Micah!
I just figured I left you without words.
I couldn't find anything to top it, and by right of conquest, the joke was yours.
Sniffing an innocent coworker's hair.
I feel like, didn't God just give us 5,000 points for, like, defeating the alien menace of Zota Z?
Sure.
5,000 points. I feel like that was at least a, 10K pointer, but whatever.
That's a continue in my book.
Micah, I'm so glad that you arrived here safely. When trouble began in Argonia, I sent you away in the escape pod. And then had my essence transferred to these Tetrads. Now, thanks to Mike, we're all safe. Dad, why didn't you just get in the escape pod with us?
Right?
That seemed unnecessarily complicated.
Well, I'd been watching a lot of Doctor Who at the time, and I thought to myself, I can do that.
Hey, Mike here. Just wanted to ask, noticing the nobility survived the slaughter on Argonia, what happened to the working class?
Let's go celebrate.
Together we can go back to Argonia and rebuild our society.
Here, Mike, drink this. What? Okay.
Goodbye, Mike.
5 hours later, Mike wakes up on a raft and he's just floating out in the middle of the ocean. The Argonians have long since gone home. Wow, look at that. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I never quite realized this, but I think that's just saying I'll be thinking about you backwards. I don't know why. I mean, like, is just saying things... Is Pig Latin just the standard lingua franca on Argonia?
I guess, but is the goodbye intentional? Goodby?
Good. I'm assuming some...
Goodby.
Reminds me of that Simpsons episode. What's the BBBQ? Bring your own barbecue. What's the extra B for? That's a typo.
The Argonians never quite got the hang of English.
Thanks again, Mike. You will... can someone turn these lights down? I mean, my pupils are dilated to the size of golf balls. My head just hurts so much. Well, you always hold
like a really thick European accent. He's not quite there yet. Thank you, Mike. Stay radical. You'll always have place as hero of Argonia.
Oh gosh.
Okay, bye-bye. Wait. I was promised sex. So... Damn, said Mike as he watched his friends fly away. I'm left with blue balls again. The end. Between that and losing everything to Knuckles.
Hey, it's your uncle. Just wanted
Oh
to
yeah,
say
I
hello.
forgot. Uncle was in this for like 5 minutes, wasn't he?
You know, it's not even that you can hide behind the fact that, like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was just too expensive to keep on the payroll. He's a video game character.
Right? For as integral as I was to the first plot, you'd think they would have given me more to do with the second plot. But you'd be wrong.
And through the desert on
And there's Mike on his camel. I like how they left out the pizza box, though. It looks so much more epic with that.
Oh, there's this.
Hey, there's that son of a bitch. Knuckles, cool it, man.
It's a book.
No. I ain't done with him yet.
Mike, you'll never get me. That's what I said before he killed me.
All 3 times.
Here's truly the mastermind of the whole game. Good lord.
Yeah, right. Skeleton Miner. And sad Da Vinci.
Yeah, right after Knuckles punched him in the forehead there.
Yeah, right.
Slightly more effective Zoda.
Right? I like to call that one Mothra Zoda.
King Jesus.
Yeah, right. King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And he's gone.
You know, if the dragon just would have been waiting right in front of the door and then just nailed me with the fire breath as soon as I walked in.
Yeah, right. They never think of the most effective strategy in these things.
Like Zoda's just hiding behind the door of the last room and he just shanks me with the knife in the back.
Seriously? Kuriyama. And Liam Neeson as... who the hell was his name again?
Actually, no, that's how the game needed to end. Yeah, Zoda X, Y, and Z. You'll never be expecting Zoda 4, right?
Zoda XYZ and 4. What a wild adventure. Radical, dude. See you next time, you cool cats. Stay bodacious. This has been Mike Jones.
Later on this week on Beyond the Hits, what happened to Mike Jones after he saved the world twice? It wasn't pretty, but it was reality.
Yeah,
The story
after I
of-
dropped out of high school, things really went south for me. That's when I developed my heroin habit.
A sordid
Thanks to my friend
tale
Knuckles.
of magic space pills, alcohol, and drunk driving.
Once you have alien sex, nothing else quite satisfies you. My life became one continuous loop of saving alien races and getting blue balls.
And then Knuckles has to be in the background with his face blacked out and his voice modulated.
Yeah, I knew Mike Jones. He was a jackass. Don't listen to anything he had to say.
Well, that's the end of my contribution to Play the Hits. StarTropics 1 and 2. This is a really fun series. You know,
This was awesome. Thank you for introducing me to these, or rather, reintroducing them to me in a way.
introducing them to you in their full splendor, I suppose.
Exactly. Always a good time, man.
Yeah, delightful. We'll have to pick another project in the future. But anyways, thanks.
All right, YouTube. This has been StarTropics 1 and 2, and we will see you next time.